Hi, this is Gore. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate to you how to replace the batteries inside typical Perodua alarm remote control. So like this one down here. So typically this remote control is found on Perodua MyVs. Okay, first generation Perodua MyVs with those with this comes with a green button and red button. I'm not sure, but I've also seen some Perodua Viva owners having this kind of um, alarm, and one of my friend who drove a Kalisa limited edition year 2004, I noticed he also carries this. I don't know whether he has replaced it with replaced his original with this, but anyway, I saw him holding this kind. And also this kind of alarm remote control. So this kind typically with black button and red button down here. This kind are found on Perodua MyV year 2015, especially the MyV icon. And also I've seen this on the year 2018 facelifted Perodua Alza. So we'll talk about this one later in the video. We look at this one first. So the battery is housed on the inside of this housing. So to open up the housing, what you need to do is you need a flat blade screwdriver like this. So what you can do is you can there's a notch down here. So insert insert the screwdriver, or I'm using this down here to pry the thing open. So turn, pry open. After that, make sure the button is facing upwards, facing towards you. Then lift up this cover. If the rubber comes off, just gently pick it up. Okay, and this is the circuit board. So there are two packs on the housing. So one is down here, one is down here, which they need to align with the holes on the circuit board. So they usually should be properly aligned. So you can just press this one down to hold the circuit board, and then use the other hand to remove the battery. So this is the typical battery found on this kind of remote down here. So 27 amp 12 volt. So have this battery replaced. So once you have replaced, mark this in the negative terminal, and then this end is the positive terminal. So hold this in your hand. Negative terminal goes down here, positive terminal goes to the top. It's a little bit small to see on the camera, but there's a marking down here for negative and positive terminal. So negative terminal, press against the battery, press against the spring below, and then align the battery with the connector. Make sure the battery connector is underneath the plastic bracket on this side too. Make sure they're underneath there. This one hold the hand, and then to replace this rubber into the housing, align the buttons with the holes on the housing. So once it's put inside, okay, this is where the ring attaches. So green, red. So what you can do now is you need to align the groove down here with the end of the housing, with the inside edge of the housing. So align it. Make sure you align the two halves of the housing properly. Press it in. So once you have pressed it in, then should be properly done. So press to make sure the buttons can be pressed and released. Okay, if otherwise if you cannot press it like this, then open and realign. Open and properly realign the component on inside, and then close back again. So next, walk up to your vehicle and test to see if it works. So much so for this kind. The next one is this kind. This kind of remote control is seen on MyV icon and also Perodua Alza 2018. There's another variant where both buttons are black. There's also one more, this kind, but with both buttons also black color. So this one black, this one also black. Big button, small button, but this is black, this is black. So most of them actually have this kind of internal components. So again, they have a groove down here. So this is the tool to remove it. So make sure you align the hole in the notch here with the flat bed screwdriver, and then pry open them like this. So for this particular one, turn the remote upside down so that the Perodua badge faces up, and then you lift up this part, and then you can see this is the circuit board. Okay, now for this kind of this kind of remote, you need this sort of battery, this flat battery CR2016. You need 2 of these in there, so you need to buy 2 of these to replace the battery in there. Okay, so gently lift out the circuit board from its housing. Be careful not to touch any of the components. Okay, just make sure you check there are 2 pegs down here underneath this white housing. So peel off the housing like this. Now take note, there is one side of the housing which is this shape, and then there's a notch down here. The notch aligns with this one. Okay, so very gently push the battery out of the housing like this. Okay, so these are the battery. There are 2 of them, CR2016. So you can read down from here, CR2016. So this one and the other one. So this battery, when you want to put it back, okay, when you want to put back, so you see here this battery has 2 connectors. There's one at the bottom and one at the top. So what you can do is take the 2 batteries. This is the positive end. This is also the positive end. Positive go on top of positive like that. So the both batteries are stacked in this way. Both positive goes on top of like that. Then you see this part here. There's one part where the connector can be pushed down. So what you have to do is just lift up both the battery like this. Okay, and then push down this part so that the battery enters this way. Okay, so push it in. One more time, I show it from the side way. So this is the thing, push it in this way, push it in. Both, align both so that they are at the top and the bottom like this. Now to prevent you have to make sure that you align the battery with the circular line. There's a circular line around here, so align the batteries properly. Once you have done that, you can take the housing and then align the pegs with the holes on the circuit board. You may have to push the battery a little bit to seat the housing back into its place. Okay, once you are done, flip it over, press to see if there's a red light. Okay, got red light. Press both buttons, make sure got red light. So the red light indicates that the thing actually is working. Okay, now be careful of the circuit board when you put it back. Okay, so this is the side with the buttons. Turn it this way. Now this thing should face the side with the key. So this one facing this direction. Now be careful. There are 4 pegs in the rubber piece. There's 1, 2, 3, and then there's 4. Your circuit board should rest on all 4 of them. So align the circuit board with the housing on that end, and then gently push it in this way. So your circuit board should be seated on top of the 4 rubber pegs. And last of all, turn the housing, close it up, and press to test. Okay, next is just to go to your vehicle, press the thing to test whether better the alarm works on your vehicle. So for this kind, the black button unlocks the door, the red button locks the door, and um, for car finder or panic siren, press the red button and hold it down. Okay, so this is how you replace batteries on Perodua, might be typical remote controls like this kind and also this kind. I hope this video helps. So until my next video, thank you for watching. Bye bye.